Welcome to Necessary Conversation. I'm your host, Saleem. I got the opportunity to interview another one of my teammates, Jahvon Adams. We had a great in-depth conversation, man. It was a great conversation. We got the chance to talk about him growing up in various countries, life, school, and just different things like that, man. And I do think it's important to highlight, people who don't necessarily have the platform, to talk about their life stories and just life in general. And we will have those celebrities, those high-profile guests. But I just think it is important to give those people who don't have that platform a chance as well. This is a great episode. Unfortunately, this episode doesn't have the visual, just audio. In the future, we'll try to ensure that all of our videos have the video and the audio at the same time. But unfortunately, this one doesn't. But nevertheless, this is a great episode. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I do hope you enjoy the video. Spring ball just started, man.
Yes, sir.
You're making some great progressions, I must say. You're making some great grabs. Your route running has increased. Your level of focus has increased. What do you think that started from? Like you, because you had to have a big off season.
I think mostly just not playing as much as I did last year, honestly. And, believing, probably just focusing more, just, thinking I could really do this before I was just out there for real, playing football. But
the confidence, you ain't had the confidence in yourself.
Nah. I think that from leaving high school till probably, spring last year, it was over with.
Get into that, because we don't talk enough about that, especially in the black community as males. Even where did you not where did that come from? You just magically not having the confidence no more. Like you had it in high school, now you don't have it in college.
I lied. So halfway through freshman year, because freshman year scout team I was killing, busting ass, and I don't know. Along with COVID, just sitting at home and stuff, just not being, I could feel I wouldn't say it out loud, but I knew I couldn't move how I could a year ago, just off being lazy in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm damn, the little thoughts preseason, can I do this? Can I do that? What if I'm not like this? Crept up from time to time. And then learning a whole new offense. Kind of went downhill for a little bit, but picked it back up.
You good now. That's what matters. You picked it up. So you was just basically in your own head.
Yeah.
Happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
So you went to high school in Connecticut.
Yeah.
But you from Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
You from that way now. How was it growing up in Houston, Texas?
Actually, you know what?
How long were you there, first of all?
I've been in Houston my entire life, but so what happened is I'm born in Toronto.
Okay, Toronto.
I was born in Toronto. So my dad works for the State Department, so I lived in 6, 7 different countries. Lived in Barbados, Kuwait, the Gambia, Turkey, and they in South Korea right now.
How long was you in these places?
3, 4 years.
Really?
A piece. Yeah, so
So you really didn't travel, you didn't.
Yeah, but it's different. Living there versus traveling. My mom was kept a close knit household, so I didn't really go outside like that. Other than playing sports, no after school activities. So I just really had me and my brothers and stuff, and my little sister for the most part. So coming back to the States, I had to learn how to talk to people and all that stuff. How to do stuff everyone else do. So.
What you mean talk to people? Are you speaking on the do you know the languages that are spoken in those other countries?
I don't really use them no more. A little bit, bits and pieces. But I'm talking as just how to communicate with people. I was antisocial for the most part. I can't hold a conversation. People don't know how to. I can't project how I want to say shit sometimes. So I had to learn that a junior in high school, how to do that properly. I'm still working on that.
And the level of communication out there is just completely different, how people talk to each other and everything.
Yeah.
So in all those countries that you lived in, which one would you say you favor the most?
Kuwait.
Why?
That's where I started playing sports for real.
Is it?
Yeah.
How big is football out there?
Non-existent. I always want to say, I started playing, first sport I played was tennis. My mom wanted me in tennis. My mom, before everybody was on be the first black person to do this, black people doing this, my mom was on that.
Yeah.
So she's a big tennis fan. I played tennis. I was actually on the international tennis tour. So I was I hated that shit though. It was a force to do.
So you was that good, but you hated it.
Yeah, I was excelled in sports, but my mom wanted me to. She forced me. I was out there like 5, 6 times a week. I hated every moment of it because like I wanted to be out there with friends. It's like a team sport. I'm not really like a single guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be out there by myself. You know, it's not really fun to me. So that after tennis, I got into like flag rugby. That's the closest thing to football I could get. So I didn't start playing football till 2014. I'm born in 2000. So, but my first love is really baseball.
Is it?
Played on the Kuwaiti travel team. We were about like 2 steps away from making the Little League World Series. Didn't make it. That broke my heart, honestly.
That's still sick with you?
Yeah, to the day.
So that being your first love, you being so close to, what made you transfer? Because you said you only started playing football since 2014. So what made you like so quickly transfer into football, especially now at the college level?
I just always wanted to play football. You know, I had cousins playing football. Like my cousins played with people in the league who went to D1. So I'd go home for during the summers. I'd go home back to Texas and just be around older kids who are going to college. You know, trying to go to the league. And I'm like, damn, this is fun. You know, everybody's having fun. Always smiling and stuff. You know, but I always wanted to play, but there was just no opportunities. You know. Only things I got were, you know, soccer, baseball, maybe like a little low-level basketball.
So none of those countries you were staying in had football? Like, it's non-existent?
Mm-mm. Like, so after Kuwait, I was 6 to 10 to Kuwait, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only team sports I played were baseball, soccer, basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, there was this big gap where I played no teams. Because in Africa, we didn't have that. So
you stayed in Africa?
For another 4 years. So yeah.
How was that? Because you hear a lot of people talk about Africa, the motherland, where a lot of us, as being African Americans, are supposed to be from. And a lot of people experiences of, like, when you go back, you just feel at home. So how was the experience for you?
I was young. I didn't take it like that.
Nah.
It's just a bunch of people that look like me. I was comfortable there off rip. You know, it's not like I would. That country, my mom she let us off the leash a little bit so we could go out and have fun with people. You know, just be around people because it was safe. Like the Gambia is such a small country. Like everybody knows everybody. So like even the white people from America or Europe that come travel, like they all integrate. So it was a community feel.
What age were you out there? Like, what was the age time?
I was from 10 to 14, like right before I went to high school. Right before I went to high school.
Okay. Speaking of high school, you went to St. Thomas More Academy, right?
Yeah, prep for my sophomore year to my senior year. So there was a little gap year my dad did. Mm-hmm. So I was back in Houston for that 1 year. That's where I started playing football. Mm-hmm. I couldn't. Actually, 2. Yeah, 8th grade and 9th. Mm-hmm. So I didn't play football 8th grade because, you know, they didn't let me on the team for some reason. But freshman year I played. Mm-hmm. You know, I started like first year ever playing.
Varsity?
No, freshman team.
Okay.
Like, what's the stat? You know?
Okay, no
problem. I mean, freshman, so like it's Texas, so like
you're not
crazy.
Yeah.
You gotta be crazy to be a freshman on varsity. But I started on a team that was like it was a step. They moved to Turkey my sophomore year, so that's when I went over there to St. Thomas More. I didn't go for football, but you know I'm like.
What you go for?
Just I didn't want to be overseas anymore. I didn't want to graduate overseas because then my chances of playing are crazy. I wanted to play. I just never told anybody that. So
yeah. So the school you went to has some notable alums. You're talking about the Andre Drummers of the world, the Shea Cottons of the world, the Damian Lees of the world. Mm-hmm. How was it over there? Like, how was it playing over there? How did you get into football over there since you said you didn't even really go for football?
It's a basketball school. It was a basketball school.
Right.
So, like, head coach Jerry Quinn, legend. He's up for nomination for the Hall of Fame, like, every year. Mm-hmm. So we're going to push till he makes that.
For sure.
But, it's a basketball school, just a bunch of basketball guys. Everyone goes D1. Our football team, absolute garbage.
Is it?
Absolute garbage.
No, I got to interrupt you about this one now. Because I remember one game coming back from an away game this year. We was having an argument about high school football teams.
You gotta let me finish.
Whoa.
You gotta get to that point.
Okay, go ahead, finish, because you was
I
trying
know
to say
you
how
going,
you
I
was
know you going,
how
I know you
y'all was
going,
going to beat Union. I take Union serious.
Yeah, I hear you.
Born and bred.
You gotta let me finish.
Okay, go ahead now.
Let me finish.
Okay.
First year, absolute garbage. We had international guys that are 170, 80 pounds playing guard. We're playing
Spring football, yeah, right.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's not spring football. We're playing real teams, but we get spring football vibes. You know what I mean? Like, but we're playing teams that all right. So Cheshire Academy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy story. I'll never admit outside of this. Cheshire Academy, they had Tariq Black. He's on the Colts right now.
Mm-hmm.
They had C.J. Holmes. He was a 4-star.
You talking about the DB
C.J. Holmes
at Jackson State?
No.
Oh.
C.J. Holmes. He went to Notre Dame.
Okay.
I think he at Kent State right now, and forgot the other person's name, but he went to BC. I think it was C.J. Lewis, wide receiver. He was a quarterback.
Yeah.
That trio was crazy.
Was it?
Crazy. I'm telling you, we quit at halftime. We're on the bus at halftime. It was 70-something.
Wait. No. When you just said quit, I'm really thinking you just mean mentally, we're not winning this. Y'all forfeited. I never heard of a high school team forfeited the game, bro.
Took that trip back, bro.
Dang, they was giving it to y'all like that?
They placed guys D1, so
okay.
Our head coach, Sweet Lou, he was a bitch. Over it. He ain't play me. Yeah. I was the youngest guy on the team, so it was a prep school, and they're really PG. So I was the youngest guy on the team, but I could play, though. Feel me? But he didn't play me.
Okay.
So next year, we get a new head coach, Jeff Moore, biggest bitch on earth.
Oh, my God.
I'll keep it a buck. I'll stand on that. But
what? All right, keep going.
That's a story we got to get into off camera.
Okay.
He recruited guys. We got Tyler Rudolph, Penn State. He at UMass right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dex Lawson, CCSU, James Maxine, URI. We have some dogs. So the turnaround from my sophomore year to my junior year was absolutely crazy. We went 6-4, and then it wasn't crazy, but it was a start. After that, we got sponsorships from Adidas, stuff like that. Senior year, we have an all D1 defensive back group. Quarterback UConn, half the line D1.
Mm-hmm.
Whole defense actually was crazy. So we beat every team except for Choate, which had a 60-game winning streak, 6 years did not lose a game, and we played St. Francis, number 1 team in the nation.
Okay.
50 clipped us.
50.
Yeah, but they were we thought we were max. They were pro ready.
Now that you say all that, I still don't think y'all beat Oscar. I ain't nothing.
I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
We're dusting out.
Who?
I can't make you understand how crazy that defense was.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't care. You gotta understand.
I'm saying we're going from UCLA to Michigan to BC, East to West Coast.
For what?
Just players.
To play people? Oh, you talking about descending players?
Yeah, we're sending players out to.
Okay, but think about it, right? You went to a prep school.
Yeah, I hear you. That's what I'm saying.
That's
you're top. You're definitely a top 5% public school. But I'm saying though, if we had to integrate and play with each other, it's not. We recruited players, but
it would get better for y'all, because we just have more you're a dog, because we. But I heard of some of the players you play. I can't vouch for them because I never seen, and I could vouch for the people and the people I play with that I'm vouching for. I just feel like we got more of that.
All right, so you still connected to Union?
Of course.
I know you guys probably don't got that schedule set up, but I can make a call.
Huh?
I can make a call. We get that matchup. We'll take the drive down to Jersey.
I don't got that type of administration, man.
I'm just saying, I can make a call right quick.
You could probably make a call like that, but I can't make no call like that.
I'm saying, would you accept the invitation?
We ain't ducking nothing.
Is that the standard?
We just had the number 1 player in New Jersey 2 years.
So I'm saying.
Fault. 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row.
That's respectable.
One of them are here.
Yeah.
So
shout out Andrew.
The GOAT. Can we what do we don't want? I ain't gonna lie. Like
I'm saying, I
talking
don't know.
about
I'm just like
Desmonds of the world, the Davisons of the
I
world.
feel like your coach gonna see what we got, and like I don't think he's gonna.
I'm
be up
not
to the
gonna lie.
challenge.
Coach Lou Grasso, shout out Coach Lou Grasso is not ducking, not none smoke. I promise you.
I love what you said.
That is my guy. He is not.
Make sure it's a bye week. We're gonna take that trip down to Jersey. Me and you.
Come take the trip. Y'all gonna go back in body bags.
All right, man.
I
You gonna get
guarantee.
an email. You gonna get an email.
Bro, we from Union, New Jersey. We not ducking, not none smoke, bro.
I hear you.
Y'all from all different parts of the world. Y'all ain't grow up together. Y'all don't know what's going to come down when it's time to really get us some real smoke. Y'all ain't know really how none of y'all built for real. Y'all just all, when it come down to the for real, we all was raised together, went to school together. We know how each other built. We know who gonna get into that fight with us if it come down. We know everything. We not ducking, not nothing.
I hear you.
But going to where you said you're from Houston, Texas, you know, that's your home. It's a lot of activity out there. Not even just good. It's a good activity as far as like the celebrities out there, the rappers. You hear a lot about strip clubs and things like that. Is there anything crazy, some crazy stories you got of Houston, Texas, growing up in Houston, Texas?
I was a little rugrat for real.
What you mean by that?
I just got in trouble for just dumb shit.
Like, what's one of the craziest things you say you got in trouble for?
The craziest stuff I got in trouble for was not even in Houston. Houston, I was chill. Like, I stole from gas stations and shit. I mean, I was a little kid, but a crazy story that's happened, I got in trouble for. Actually, I almost got kicked out of school, right? There was this, like, teacher aide, right? Mm-hmm. And we were cool. we were cool. No, like, I'm dead serious. We was cool. Like, okay. Like, she was, like, the reason I was, like, I wasn't in no special class or nothing. Like,
yeah.
But she was just there. I don't know why she was there, but it was cool. So I would just chill in class, like, not do nothing. We just talk, right? One day,
One day,
bro.
out the blue.
Because I'm, like, talking to her. She's like, yeah. And I tap her on her shoulder, because, like, this. I'm like, yeah, you crazy or something like that, right? And, bro, she blew up. she blew up. I'm like, my bro, Joseph Banks, bro. He's sitting here next to me, bro. We're looking at him like...
She really had to like this right
bro,
now?
The teacher sitting there, like, she's like, what happened? Like, he hit me. Like, I can't believe you hit me. I'm sitting there, I'm like,
you ain't serious right now.
I got a smart mouth, right? Like, but there's some situations where I just gotta be like,
you gotta answer. You're not about to accuse me of that.
20 minutes later, I'm in principal's office. Like,
20 minutes. Oh, no. Don't just skip 20 minutes later. We got to know what that 20 minutes is. Like, what? Because you just said, you just went into how you got a smart mouth and some situations you gotta address. So what happened in that 20 minutes?
That moment, I couldn't just say anything. I was just shocked because I know she was dead serious.
I was shocked.
She went in the hallway screaming, bro.
She ain't going to hallway screaming. This is in Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir. Their grandmother. Bro. I'm in the principal's office. I'm like, I just tapped her. Like, I'm like, okay, you want me to apologize? Like, no, I want to press charges.
You mask it. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I want to press charges.
Press charges.
Yeah. So it was a long day. They didn't want to keep me out of school. So we got out of that by my parents say, like, we're just not going to be here next year anyway, regardless. So, like, what's the point of that? Like, but they got the whole district. They were like, the superintendents were like, we don't support this decision. So they were on my side. So if it ever went to that, like, I'd have the school district, and that says a lot. So like, she don't work there no more. She ain't finished the year. That's crazy.
She got fired.
I don't think she got fired. She left because she didn't get support from like the school because like they knew it wasn't.
Have you ever like tapped her like that before?
No, it was my first bullet. You feel me? Like,
you felt like y'all was cool on that level to do that.
Yeah, we talked about like everything. That's the reason I was big on skipping class. Like
I was big on skipping class.
You know how we sit in DC and talk like talk for hours. That's what it'd be like.
I was big on skipping class.
Not because like it was just like I felt cool. So
I get it. Yeah, okay. So you talk about playing baseball. You play baseball. Soccer is your first. No, I'm sorry. Baseball is your first love. Mm-hmm. You played soccer. You're a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Most wide receivers, you know, when they hear you play basketball as well. When you hear three-sport athlete, you think of the track, football, and basketball. Mm-hmm. What made you go into baseball? Is it because you were in the other countries and football wasn't available to you, even though that's what you really wanted to play, or you just really had an interest in baseball?
How I got into it, yeah, I guess it's just the only thing available. I was just excited to play the sport. But I love that. I love baseball. To this day, I wish I still played. Like, I played here for, like, a semester.
What you say?
But, the schedule's crazy.
Yeah.
Being a two-sport athlete, crazy. Coach expected me to lift every day. My back was hurting. I was 19 years old. Like, we're not doing all that. So, let me just lock in before I tweak out.
Hey, man. Hey, so look, right? What got you into playing receiver? Is it like was your brothers and cousins playing that position?
Oh, my cousins played O-line. Michael Crabtree. You better not say who, because I'll watch.
No. I know who that is, bro. I'm like, what's the? I don't. He had his run, but he's not
the
considered
best collegiate receiver of all time. Stamp on that.
You have said that before, and that's really how you feel.
That's not Vaughn talking.
That's really how you feel. What about him made you want to play receiver? Like, when did you get locked in with him? What just made you look at him and say, "That's what I want to play"? Because you had Reggie, but there's so many other people you could have. What made you say him?
I don't know. My dad graduated from Texas Tech. My family goes to Texas Tech. My grandma lives an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
I've always just been intertwined with Texas Tech. So before Crab, I was watching the games just like, oh yeah, I want Texas Tech to win. But like, there's just, I don't know. One day you just grab like a player that you're just drawn to. Like, my favorite number was 5. Like, my house that I was living to when I started watching the games was Block 5, Street 5, House 5 in Kuwait. So, like, 5 was always around me. He wore 5. I'm like, damn, I wore 5 in high school.
I was going to ask you that. That's why you were. He's the reason why you wear 5 as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So, he really, would you say that's your favorite receiver of all time?
Yeah. Easy.
League, college, everything, he's your favorite.
Yeah.
You ever met him?
No.
Nah, you'd love to.
Just a fan.
Big man.
Oh, yeah. Like, growing up, though, I gotta admit, I gotta give it to the Randy Mosses, Pete Warwicks.
Right.
But stubborn me, I'm gonna say Crab, 24/7.
So in high school, man, you was basketball defensive MVP, huh?
I was.
You really strapped. Like, I know as the football team here be getting in some runs, you be in there? You be on it?
Yeah. I don't be serious though. Don't take nothing I do.
I don't know. I ain't never heard nothing about. I don't know. I'm you the first person I'm going to hear about it from.
I be bullshitting.
You don't be serious.
Defensive
wise, you be serious?
Nah, I can't do that because they be fighting.
Oh, you really got the clamps.
Like,
what's all right? So you played at a good. You played basketball at the same. Okay,
yeah.
So you played some good people. Who's the player that you locked up?
Oh, Joel Soriano.
Who?
6'11". He at St. John's
6'11".
right now.
You ain't lock up no 6'11", dog.
I got videos of me busting his ass.
Hold on. Offensively or defensively?
Both.
You wasn't locking up no 6'11". You 6'1" on a good day.
Hold on, bro. I can call people on this.
Do your thing, man.
Yo. I call people on this.
Do your thing.
Cause he gonna lie.
You gonna call it from the horse's mouth?
Yes.
You got his number?
Yes.
He at St. John's University.
St. John's
What's
University.
His name?
Joel Soriano.
Joel Soriano.
6'11".
6'11".
He going to the league, and he owe me bread too when he get there. So we're not gonna talk about that.
Is he gonna answer? He might be in class.
Should be. He could be fake out here though. I'm like, okay.
You got his number? You went to after the game. You did it. You like, let me get your number, man.
Nah, he went to school with me for that year. Oh, I'm not talking. It was some one-on-one stuff. Don't get it twisted. He was at my school. It's on one-on-one though. He's 6'11".
You talk about one game.
You talking about games? You talking about?
Bro, I'm talking about a real game, man. Not when you get to watch the man moves at practice all day, brother. I need a real game. You can take pride in that. But what's a real game? You played against some good people.
I don't know. I was
lock up nobody credible.
No.
What's the best player you played against?
I don't know, bro. People we played with, I was on varsity, but there's a prep team ahead of us with all the nice people. So there might have been people, like, probably, all right, Putnam, there's probably some good people there. I think Juju was on Putnam that year. I was on varsity. Jalen Murray, he on St. Joseph's right now. team that made that run? Was it St. Joseph's? Or whatever it's called.
St. John's?
No.
I mean, St. Peter's?
St. Peter's. He's on that team. I think he was on varsity that year. I was on varsity before he went to prep.
He was, like, playing this year in the tournament?
Yeah. He played a little bit.
Okay. So who's the best player you ever played in the football side of things? Because you was on the top. How did that go, like, when you got to the top level as far as you?
The best player. I talk crazy, so I can't really.
What does that mean? Like, what do you mean you talk crazy? What does that mean?
I can't give nobody credit, like in the moment, so I can't really appreciate what I'm doing.
You played both sides of the ball in high school?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm too
man.
pretty for all that. I just told you we had.
Okay, yeah.
I had to touch on defense. I never backpedaled.
Backpedaled.
Nah, I backed up. I almost got a pick, but I dropped that shit.
You're a receiver.
That means.
Hold on, so you went to a school where they constantly recruit. In high school, a lot you hear people playing both sides of the ball. Was that a thing at your high school, or was it just people just pretty much had their own position because people are recruited for that specific position?
Yeah, you're recruited, you're specialized. So not a lot of people, especially when the second year, third year, where we had numbers, you're specialized.
Okay. So look, you went to. I mean, Connecticut's not too far. How was your recruitment though? How did you get to AIC?
Ups and downs. So I don't even think Raph.
Not to cut you off, but what is the biggest offer you had on the table, PWO or full, or the biggest like interest you had coming out of high school, as far as schools?
Biggest, my favorite was Stony Brook. I was committed there and everything. Like they wouldn't let me commit grades. So
Get you every time.
I fell in love with Stony Brook, but AIC. I actually met Coach Raph. I don't know if he remembers at Bryant. At Bryant, I'm sitting there and I'm like, AIC. I heard about that. No good things said. You know how that go. So I was just like, okay, yeah, nice to meet you, coach, or whatever. I'm sitting there trying to get an offer from Bryant. So
yeah. He was at this game.
At the camp. The camp
Okay, it was a camp. Okay.
So that's not the first time I met Raph, but that's the first time that sticks in my mind because I seen him at URI with like the Michigan and everything.
Yeah.
It was like a mixed camp thing, but trying to get an O from Bryant. So I was balling that day too. Not even gonna lie to you. And Bryant coach called me the next morning, said you get your grades up, you know, all that extra shit. Out of there. But they said they're gonna offer me for a corner.
Who?
Bryant.
Okay.
So yeah, I was out.
You didn't have no corner film. Okay.
They do that a lot though.
Yeah, I hear it a lot.
It's a business out here.
Yeah.
But so last signing day passes. We're in the last like 3 months of school. No O's.
Not one.
Nope. Not even taking visits. No. That's why I said at the beginning of the interview that head coach Jahvon, big bitch. Cause I can play, bro. I'm saying it's not even like schools I wanted to were calling me. It's like nobody's calling me. D3s, nothing. So Coach Russ, he came to AIC. I'm like, let me get this look, you know, whatever. Came up here, didn't fall in love with it, but like.
Because you have already seen the Stony Brooks of the world, the Bryants of the world.
I didn't fall in love with it, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna play football.
Yeah.
They didn't even offer me.
What was it, PWO?
They didn't do that.
They just said come if you want type of thing.
I mean, like, I just said, like, I would like to come here. Like, I don't know if I still have the text messages. I'm just like, yeah, I would like to come to your school if you want. It was something like that. But he was like, Russ was like, yeah, we'll love it. So I come in the fall. We're in, like, you know, like the little, like, not the auditorium, that little team, whatever that shit building's called. I go there. I'm like, Jahvon Adams. And Colzer looks at me with a blank face, like, who?
He says that in front of everybody.
Not in front of, I mean, yeah, in front of everybody, but like, it was like a line, so I don't think anyone else heard it. Be like, who is this? And like, people had to come find it. I'm like, all right, bet. That was it.
And that was it. So it
was my fault though, because I didn't really like text Russ back or anything like that.
Oh, you just came and
I really just showed up, bro.
Bro, why you ain't contact nobody, man? See, I like to have stuff in place, bro. You ain't gonna have me in
I don't know how to talk to people. I didn't have
so that's what you mean. Okay, yeah.
I didn't have my parents in the recruit process. Basically by myself. I didn't have my head coach looking out for me. So
Yeah. Okay.
by myself.
Okay. So, would you say that's your welcome to college football moment? Cause that's kind of like, dag, like this. But or if not, what would you say is like, what's your
That's just
college?
not like, oh, you don't know who I am, cool.
All right. So what's your welcome to college football moment? You would say, like, were you like, oh, this is? Cause I'll tell you, Ma, I'll keep it a buck being with you, bro. Last spring ball, I'm on the side. I think probably in team. We in team. Scooby, catch a bubble. Y'all trips to the left side. He catch the bubble. He get the running. He stopped mid-run. He put the DB dove at his leg. He looked at the DB, pointed at him, and kept running. Like he missed the other tackle, broke it. I was like,
That man Scoot different.
yo, bro, I said, this is college football? I'm here. I'm here. So what's your welcome to college football moment? You like, oh, nah, like,
game.
it don't matter. Like, just anything where it could be practice. It could be like, nah, this is real. Like, oh, I'm here.
It had to be scout team. Like Skelly.
What day, like?
Specific play. Specific play. I hit X with a slang.
Oh, why you in the name? Okay.
I don't care.
Oh my God.
I love X though.
Yeah, 100%.
I hit X with a slang go. I felt like Jerry Judy. It was clean,
get out of there.
Yeah, and I was playing with Kobe every day, so I'm trying to be better than Kobe.
Yeah.
Like damn, because I thought Kobe was better than people that were playing. So
yeah,
Kobe's
a dog, bro.
Yeah, so that was it. In game though, it's not really a positive welcome to college football, but Diniak had me crack some juice head. And like the first half was cool, yeah, cool. He didn't go nowhere. I made the block though, like, you know. Other 3-4 times they calling it out. I'm just like, damn.
You gotta do
I
your
might
job.
Go out.
I might go out. You just gotta do your job.
Yeah, I was welcome to college for real.
All right, so cool. You say the reason why you wear number 5 was Michael Crabtree. What's your reason for wearing 17, or was that just given to you?
I was given 18. Drew was kind enough to switch with me. So I really like 18. But 17, cool. I jack him Devontae Cousins for real.
Talking about Devontae Adams.
Yeah. We could be cousins.
You know what?
We could be cousins.
Oh, y'all could be. Because usually you just say y'all.
Yeah.
So that's not really your cousin.
Nah. But you my cousin too, so like.
Me?
Yeah, we cousins.
We got kinfolk?
Tight. We black.
I don't think all black people's kinfolk.
You right. Definitely. I'm not gonna jack that, but all y'all my cousins. I jack it.
Aunties in them? Cookouts?
Great times.
So what? You're from Canada. Well, you were born in Canada.
Born in Canada. I have no.
You don't have no
conscious
recollection of Canada.
No conscious memory of Canada.
Have you been back since?
I mean, like my mom's side has family there.
Mm-hmm.
I hate going there, personally.
Why?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of just nonsense going on. This is a different country. They.
Well, I hear a lot of good things about Canada. On the other side of, I never really tapped. Yeah, healthcare. I never tapped into it, so I don't know how true it is. But the healthcare side of things and all that.
I'm a guest, so healthcare does nothing for me.
So.
So.
I think it does a lot for you, Jahvon. You're a football player. God forbid you get hurt. You don't never know.
I don't know. I just don't like Canada. I don't like the vibe.
Nah. How much have you been there?
Like cool, like 5, 6, 7 times between there.
And you don't really vibe with it.
My mom dropped me off there one summer and left me there for like a month.
The hell was that for you?
Come get me.
Come get me. How old was you?
I was like 12. That's when I was really bad. That's when I started changing. I left me with my aunt.
Yeah.
I was that or Jamaica. I wasn't coming back with Jamaica.
How long was you in Jamaica?
I wasn't in Jamaica. But I'm saying she's from Jamaica.
Oh,
okay. You know when you get sent back to family?
Yeah.
Not it.
You crazy, bro. So, your brother.
Mm-hmm.
One of them. How many siblings do you have?
I got 3. 2 brothers, 1 sister. Jazz, JV, Justice.
How old are?
JV, she's 10. She's about to be 11. May 3rd. Justice, about to be 18. April 28th. And Jazz's birthday he's 29 now. He's about to be, he's 29. His birthday is March 19th.
Okay, so Jazz Cartier. This is a musician named. That's your brother.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty popular musician. it takes a lot of hard work and dedication and commitment to reach the level he's reached in the music aspect of things. Do you think because as you get older, a lot of times you kind of want to be your big brother, resemble your big brother, or just be like him in some sort of way. So do you think his commitment and level to music had anything to do with your commitment to sports? Or is there any correlation there at all?
Nah, because he was kind of like me. Like, I didn't tell nobody I wanted to play football till, like, oh, damn, you're playing football.
Yeah.
Like, he was making music downstairs for years and nobody knew.
Yeah.
Like, literally, first time, like, we knew, like, he actually made music, he dropped a whole music video. Like, he does, like, we just have a family, like, we just do stuff ourselves, like, when we don't have to.
Yeah.
It's a toxic trait, kind of, in a way. It could be positive. You could flip it. But, like, I didn't know how hard he worked till literally me going to LA 2018, 19. Like, he's in the studio from, like, 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Like, he got, like, 1,000 songs that, like, he can't drop. So, like,
why can't you drop them?
I don't know. I think he was going through some,
Oh, okay, just songs you don't really want to. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Stuff.
What type of, like, because he's a Canadian rapper, is it like the same type of genre? Like, what type of genre? Like, what's some of his favorite songs you're like? Like, if I had to go, or the people had to go tap into your brother, Jazz Cartier, he's on Apple Music, he's on everywhere. What songs you would favor, or what songs do you would say they would have to listen to really get a vibe of him?
I don't know. It depends what you like.
So he made.
I mean, he's just like, he's not as broad. Like, if you want hype stuff, I give you some. If you want some mellow stuff, I give you some. Like, I feel like he's just not one of not one of the rappers nowadays where you just go and be like, all right, cool. But like, if you're like a real musician, you can listen. Like,
You gotta really like listen to what he's talking about and the beat and melody and stuff.
Pick up on the metaphors, all that. I don't know.
I get it. Give me a Meek vibe.
A mean?
A Meek Mill. Give me a Meek Mill. He got a Meek like a just bars.
Bars. I think you like Black and Misguided. You personally? I think
Black and Misguided. That sounds like a great song. Give me a.
That was when like all this police social stuff was going on. I think you like.
Give me a hype up song. Like you listen to any of his music before the game. Give me a song you got of his on your playlist for the game.
So
before the game.
Dead or Alive is just like his biggest song.
Dead or Alive.
That's like it's like 100 mil plus on everything.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got Stick and Move.
That's another hype up. Okay, now give me a In Your Feelings, a Drake vibe.
There's a lot of those.
That's a lot of those.
In Your Feelings.
So he's a broad, like,
Yeah.
he's got a pretty broad, like, okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to lock
a lot
into
of
it.
things too. So.
Yeah, because that's interesting. Because I definitely want to tap into his music even more because how many countries y'all been to and just the things he's been exposed to is a lot broader than most rappers have been exposed to. So could be a lot more in there. Tell me. So I'm gonna have to lock into those. That's a classic.
You got everything, R&B vibes, all that.
So you just talked about you didn't realize how hard he worked till you went to LA in 2018. Is that when you noticed how like big he actually was, or when did you realize like, oh, nah, he's a big?
It was before that.
Yeah.
So he had a full-on United States tour with Post Malone. I'm like, damn. Post Malone. That's like when White Iverson dropped. So they got anybody in America. Like,
yeah.
Picked him. Went on his IG one day, I seen a blue check. I'm like, damn. Twitter, blue check, damn. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Cause like this was like. It was like, what, 2014, 2015. Not a lot of people, like, you ain't know a lot of people with blue checks. Like, now it's like, all right, I got a bunch of people with blue checks following me and stuff like that.
Oh, this was back when blue checks was just coming out.
Like, you got a blue check, you was kind of somebody,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
He won an award over Drake, like a Juno. It's like a Canadian Grammy.
Okay.
That's
big, because Canada is where Drake from.
Mm-hmm. The Weekend, all that.
Over the weekend, too?
I can pull the list up if you want, but
the people gonna lock in. I'm gonna definitely have to lock into his music because shout out Jazz Cartier because when I did my due diligence of who you are and I looked at his music. I said, okay, I'm gonna have to ask you about it. I want to know what the songs in his catalog that I gotta lock into. So I'm gonna definitely lock into it. I want to ask you something.
sir,
I don't even really want to dive too deep into it because it's too over talked about at this point, and people just need to mind their business because at the end of the day, I don't think a certain party was wrong in the situation. But I want to ask you, what is your thoughts on the Will Smith and Chris Rock situation? Jamal, first of all, let me ask you this question. The big factor for most men, and women are agreeing with this some as well, is the marriage factor. And when I say the marriage factor, I'm saying like, especially with our generation, a lot of people aren't looking at marriage as it once was looked at. Now it's being looked at as more of a government contract, a job.
I can't see myself being married.
You can't see yourself being married.
Can you?
I could, bro.
Like soon?
Financially, right? Yeah.
Alright.
Why not?
It's crazy. That's me now. Alright.
Why not?
I don't know. It's like too binding.
What do you mean?
It's like obligation wise. Like you're just forcing obligations onto yourself. I can't.
Can you see yourself being with a girl for a long time?
Yeah. But when you gotta put like.
What would be the difference? If you have a girlfriend for 30 years, what would be the difference between you all now getting married? Because if y'all been together for 30 years, I'll
just like legally binding. Like she could legally just wake up one day and take half of everything I got. Like
prenup, man.
See, that's crazy.
What you mean?
That's crazy.
How is prenup crazy?
Max. She not gonna marry you. You make her sign a prenup. Then you got her sister and her daddy and everybody telling her don't sign that. Like,
bro, what do you mean? Yo, y'all get married. We gonna have to listen, babe. Like, I'll get married. I don't want. Because are you the type of person, right? Because it's also these type of people. Are you the type of person that feels like the person you get with has to have the same financial setting as you, or would you like? Because some people feel like we have to go have. Some people feel like they need to take care of everything. Like, what is your stance on that?
Nah, my dad took care of like everything. My mom didn't work, so
yeah,
that's how I grew up. That's how I kind of like.
That's how you want to be too?
Yeah, I mean, like that's how like I've been. Like I see stuff. It's how like it's what I saw. So that's what I think.
Yeah. So to the Will and Jada situation. What's your stance on that, man? Because people is real life going crazy about it. Like it's real life talked about heavily, like consistently. And I personally think Will is not in the wrong.
I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's right.
Explain that.
So
explain that.
Bro was obviously laughing when the joke was said.
Yeah.
Flip switch. Wrong for that. And you just stop laughing. I think slapping him right there was.
Why?
I mean, she got a health disorder, you know?
No, why slapping him right there was wrong?
Wrong. Time and place. You're not that out of control of your emotions. So you gotta
yeah.
Come on, like you had your wife sit in front of you talking about entanglements. You were just sitting there chilling. Right?
That's your wife. That's a woman. You ain't supposed to. What you supposed to do? Put your hand on?
Flip chairs, get up out of here.
Bro,
you had your son's friend come into the house and clip your wife. That's crazy. And you just sitting there listening. And you now Chris Rock telling jokes about GIG and you want to go smack him. That's crazy. But Chris Rock, kind of wrong.
Kinda.
Because they not paying to go see him be like perform or listen to his stand-up routine. So you don't really got to come at people like that. If they were paying to see him, then everything's on the table.
That's a normal thing. If you watch the SPs,
I'm saying like they gotta chill out that then.
But that's been happening for years, bro.
Yeah,
but like SPs every year. I remember when The Rock he went at Peyton Manning and Russell Wilson. He goes there. It's a regular thing, bro.
Yeah. Maybe if they communicate beforehand, like, yo, I got this joke.
That would be fake then. And we all
people are not paying to see them though. So like
we are.
I'm saying like they're not paying to see Chris Rock.
Yeah.
They would come if it was Kevin Hart. They would come if it was Desi.
So they would come if it was them people. They wouldn't come for Chris Rock. Why you say that?
I mean, like they're there to what was about to win an award.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Chris was just filling in spots.
So is that you? So you don't think you would ever get married though? So I can't even really. Why you really don't see yourself getting married at all?
Maybe Somebody gotta strike me.
No, it's crazy because a lot of teammates, a lot of people I talk to say they can't never see themselves getting married. I for one can't wait to come to all you guys' wedding.
Talking about I told you so.
Nah, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna just be like, wow. Now I'm gonna say, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say, I told you, I'm like, God, I knew it. I knew it. But because you.
I don't know. Don't put your breath on me.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like we could just move in together. Why we gotta get married? Like, what is that? Like, what is it doing? We can get joint bank accounts.
We could do all the married stuff, but because I think it just gives women more security for them.
All right, it's beyond getting married. Like, why do that big ass wedding? We go to the courthouse.
I understand. I definitely listen.
No girl wants to do that. If they're gonna get married, they're gonna have a big wedding.
They won't. Yeah, most. Yeah.
I'm not a big party guy, so
Me either. But they say the quote is, love makes you do crazy things. Love makes you get out your comfort zone, do things you'll never thought you'd do. So like you may find a girl
maybe,
one day that
I'm saying, like, I don't know what's gonna happen 20 minutes from now. So yeah.
So but right now, if it was today, you don't think you would?
I'm cool.
You cool?
Way off that.
And you think it's too much of a problem to just get her to sign a prenup?
I feel like it's not extra. You should be getting married if you have to secure a prenup.
So what do you want to do? Like,
I don't want to do nothing.
You just want to stay in a relationship.
Yeah, I don't want to do nothing.
But I'm saying, like, what is one supposed to do if they feel like, if they like you, right? They say, yo, I really don't want to like just be here one day and she could take everything. So I'm gonna get her to sign this prenup so we gonna be financially good.
I don't know. I feel like no matter how much like you don't want to be in a relationship, if you leave in a relationship, I feel like she should be like, I don't want your stuff. If she end up taking your stuff, that's somebody you shouldn't have married regardless.
A lot of women, I mean, I think it's different, bro. Honestly, because you got to think about it, right? Like you said, your mom, right? Mm-hmm. Your dad paid for everything. Your mom didn't work. Mm-hmm. If one day your mom says she ain't want to be with him no more, she's not going to be like, oh, I don't want to be with him. Now I'm going to just go start over. She's going to feel like, well, you've been paying for me this whole time. I need that so I can continue my life. Which sounds kind of crazy when you really like, but it's understandable.
I don't know.
But you ain't jacking it.
Me personally, if I was in a situation, I'd be like,
what? Okay,
40 hours a week, chilling in the crib, going out with your friends to brunch, mimosas, Sunday, like.
And you got to pay for all that.
Yeah, what that got to do with me?
Okay, yeah, I don't know. When
ways.
People do the sometimes when I see like the men get the divorce, it'd be kind of crazy to me. But it doesn't matter. The thing.
I support that, 100%. Spousal support from men. To go.
Brother, you got to be both sided here. You can't be one side. This is the problem. We've
lost so many years off this. So many men, child support, all that. Like
we didn't lose.
I support a male divorce win.
I know of a lot of situations where the man just don't pay child support and it's not even no crazy amount of, like think about how many people in the hood area who don't make a lot of money. So especially when they don't got a job, the street life is their job. So there's no like pay stub to see like how much you make weekly. Yeah. It's none of that. So the child support level is very low compared to the celebrities that you're looking at and stuff. And they don't pay not a dime, and they got the money. They just don't want to pay it, just because certain situations.
It's more like morals.
So you don't support those?
Nah.
You gotta make that clear, bro, because you just said, you going off and saying just spousal support is just off the line, man.
All right. If you're going to go to court and get a spousal agreement, and males are going to get paid, there's obviously some type of reason. But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so, you're from Texas. We going, and I'm gonna get you out of here. So you're from Texas. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, that means you're a Texans fan.
I'm not staying 10 toes on that. I don't got an issue. You're a Saints fan, so.
Where's the problem in that? I don't know. What was you trying to get out there?
I
remember, what year was this? This was 2019.
Yeah.
Week 1. Sean Watson was playing. Drew Brees was still playing. We beat the Texans on opening day.
Cool. Yeah, Drew Brees.
Y'all had Deshaun. Deshaun still playing.
There's Drew Brees, top 4 all time.
3. Who is better?
Damn. Tom.
Uh-huh.
Peyton.
Iffy. Uh-huh.
Dan, the man.
You said the one without the Super Bowls?
All right, we'll take that away. Joe Montana. Oh.
The one with Jerry Rice?
Yeah, Michael Thomas.
So next time I bring up Michael Thomas, I don't want to hear no frat because you just went from Jerry Rice to Michael Thomas.
Saying.
I don't want to hear not a nothing.
He's a great receiver.
Take that away from the best.
I don't want to call him the best.
Man, who you got an NBA team?
Get the job done.
No, don't do that. Don't do that because just getting the job done means you just go out there on Sunday. Look, you're just gonna run the post. We might target you, we might not.
Bro, not doing that crazy.
No, he's doing, huh?
Bro, not doing that crazy.
What? He ain't break the record?
Yeah, but like I've done nothing crazy. Just routine, repetition.
What you mean?
Out of 50 routes, it's 45 slants. I'm lying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull something.
I didn't even try to make you go. I didn't even try to.
No. I'm gonna pull something up. I'm gonna make sure they get this on the screen too.
Slant
Boy, 2019. Yeah. Slant Boy, question mark. 2019 season stats without slant routes. 1,425 yards without slants. He would have still led the NFL. 80.55 catch percentage. He would have still led the NFL without slants. These are 583 yards after the catch. Still leads the NFL. After the catch, you know the knock that he's slow and he runs slants. That would lead him right into the linebacker, right? How would he? Anyway, 42 receptions and 15 plus yards. Leads the NFL. So many explosives. The Tyreek Hills of the way he's still. Let's continue. Did not lead in slant receptions. DJ Moore did. So that would in turn make him the slant boy, wouldn't it? You don't want to answer. Crickets. Number 1 receptions in yards from 10 yards to 19 yards from 2000. This is just not 2019. This is from 2017 to 2019. He was the number 1 receiver in receptions from 10 yards to 19 yards. You're a receiver, Jahvon. How many yards do you run your slants? You said your welcome to college football moment was when you hit X with a slant. Go. How many yards do you run your slants?
Like 4 to 6.
So that would make him out that. It don't even matter. Who is your basketball team?
The Rockets, of course.
Oh, so you a real homeboy?
We stay
Okay. And how you, man? I like the progression they're making. The Kevin Porter, huh?
We just need Paolo. I hope they don't get Chet.
You don't want Chad?
Check out to play Bull. You know, Bull ain't play yet. It's just facts.
I do want to see Bull, bro. Like, you don't think Chet could get in a nice weight program and get it done?
How tall he is? You know how long it's gonna take? Man, see how long it took Giannis?
Gotta lock in.
Who's waiting for that?
The Bucks
He's
did.
not. Chet not.
It's a copycat league, bro. The Bucks did. Everybody else could look at you.
Giannis was unwanted.
You think so?
Tight. From Greece, you don't want it. Long ass last name.
You crazy, bro.
They gotta wait for Chet. Or Chet don't want to wait, period. You think he gonna play, he gonna try to get up out of there. He wants $100 million in 4 years after that rookie contract.
No, I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna count nobody else's pockets. I'm not going digress from anybody else's pockets because I don't want nobody to digress from my pockets. So I hope he get that.
So I'm saying, but like, he not gonna get that, but look. He won everybody, but everybody won $100 million though. He think he a $100 million player. He's 7'1".
Everybody won 100.
He's 7'1". He can move. He can dribble. He can shoot. Like, He's gonna try to play, but he's not
gonna try to play.
Lock in, not play for 2-3 years like Bull. Play in the G League. That's not on his agenda.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
So I want Paolo.
I love Paolo. I'm a Duke fan. I'm very upset we couldn't beat UNC. Caleb, we ain't gonna get this. Listen, why you throwing the L up? You a Texas Tech fan, ain't it?
We made it to the Sweet 16.
You know what?
They did lose to Duke though. Jeremy Roach, whole ass nigga. He ain't never played like that in his life.
He dead.
He never played like that in his life.
Dead. And I ain't gonna lie. Like I
tweaking away, fade away,
no,
looking like Reed.
I want to talk about Derek Whitehead from Jersey. That's Jersey basketball.
Seriously.
From Newark, he's like 15 minutes. Doesn't matter. He's a dog. Number one player in the nation.
Nice.
I think he just went to the USA basketball, won MVP there, if I'm not mistaken. He's just
Y'all gonna be straight.
Shrizate like a kazake. Oh, we gonna be great. Oh, we gonna be great. So look, this is gonna be a great year for me because the Duke. Look, bingo, Duke gonna win a championship. We got the number one player coming in. We got the Saints gonna win the championship coming up. We about to get Tyrann Mathieu, Jamison Williams. We gonna draft this tackle. We gonna be Shrizate like a kazake. We gonna get the Lakers gonna go get anybody but Russell Westbrook, and we gonna win a championship there. I'm a Yankees fan. I don't know what they doing, the Devils. I don't know, but I'm gonna get 3 championships this year for my team.
You said that on camera. We rolling E.
Yeah, bro.
Look, you said that on camera.
Yeah.
You gonna get? How happens when you get none?
Huh?
How happens when you get none?
What happens when I get 3?
Winning a championship with James Winston, crazy. Lakers is over.
Who was the Eagles quarterback when they beat Tom Brady?
Nick Foles.
Mm.
Who got him there? Who got him there?
Carson Wentz halfway.
Okay.
Who kept the Denver Broncos afloat that year when Peyton Manning got hurt? Brock Osweiler, if I'm not mistaken.
Right? Yeah.
Come on now, it's possible. And Jameis ain't bad. We ain't gonna do this. Look, before we get off here, I got to ask you one more question after this. But I'm gonna tell you this: people that hate Jameis Winston, that don't not hate him, but just don't think he can get it done. Go back and look at every quarterback Bruce Arians has had. They always throw the most interceptions in their career in his system because his system is predicated on throwing the ball down the field, getting the ball down the field, and that's what happens. If it's an article, half of the picks are not even his fault. It's like 15 of the picks are not even his fault.
You hear that? 15 of his picks?
Bro, Peyton Manning had 23, and you just put him over Drew Brees, bro. Drew Brees has never had nowhere near close to that.
He had, 40 picks that year?
Who?
Well, how many picks was it?
30. He had 30 picks, 20
30
fumbles.
Exactly?
He had 30 picks and 20 fumbles, bro. They said like 50-50 turnovers. I think something like that. 30 picks, 30 years, something like that, bro. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're on a new time. We're on a new time. He got his offense.
You can't blame nothing. The fumbles, you can't blame down the eyesight, nothing.
He ain't had no offensive line. You see they got it fixed right up when Brady came to town.
Yeah. Brady privilege.
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
It's the Brian Flores situation now. Have you heard anything with the Brady, how he was involved with it?
How you wanted to
be a part owner, and then he was going to ask the Bucks to release him, be the Dolphins, and how you feel about it? Do you think there's any truth to that?
No, that's mad extra.
Little Mats. So let me ask you.
You get a lot for Brady right now. You could just set a trade up.
Yeah, you get because he's still worth a lot. He gets you there. He'll still get you to the playoffs. Fill shells out. So look, let me get you out of here on this.
Best year last year, right? One of his best years, top 5 best years last year.
Probably. It doesn't. I mean, Let me get you out of here on this, man. We talked about earlier your progression in spring ball. You're doing great. What do you think you have to do to continue that? Is there anything that you're looking to do this season, personally, team goals? Like what's your outlook right now? Where are you at mentally? In schools, finals coming up. Where are you at athletically, mentally? Like where are you at? Like how you feel right now?
For the season, I'm trying to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to push. I'm trying to do my thing, obviously, but I don't care. 1 touchdown, 10. I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
I'm tired of walking around 4 and 6, you know?
Yeah.
School, next question.
Next question.
Great. Right now, I'm playing good football. I haven't felt like this in a minute, like mentally. I don't think I'm go out there. I don't feel like I gotta think. Like I know.
Yeah.
It's like a second language to me. All the signs. I'm good. Going out there running around.
It's everything good. You feel good.
Great. How you feeling?
Man, I'm good. I feel like I'm in my element. You know what I mean?
You look like in your element.
Appreciate you. We're gonna get you out of here though, man, Jahvon. I learned a lot about you. See, I think one of the cool things about a podcast is you get to sit down with people that you know already, but then you get to find out more about it. Like, I never knew you went to 6 countries and you actually lived there. That's ridiculous. And I wish I could do that. I wish I could have did that. I definitely want to visit Africa, Croatia. What's some of the not Croatia? What's some of the good food you had? Like, what would you say? Like, who has the best food out of all those countries? Because those are different countries.
I'm a picky eater as a kid.
Are you? Are you one of those dudes, bro, that go out
tenders.
Oh my God! Shout out Sean, bro. Sean is just like that. It's my guy from bro. He is just like that. Anyway,
pizza.
no.
Slowly, like, I got great Indian food.
Yeah.
I gotta get tricked into like eating something different.
Yo, you're crazy.
That's what it is. I eat the same thing every day if I could. Like,
I do. I already do. I eat a rice bowl every day. It doesn't matter.
See?
It's like Chipotle, but
consistency.
It's key. Jahvon, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna get out of here. Necessary Conversations. Thank you for watching, and we gone.